helping children fight against childhood cancer, helping adults fight against cancer, helping the ones that are in need. Ladies and gentlemen, we are WFC.
The showcase is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way from the curtain now, representing the villains, is your reigning WFC Hometown Heroes Champion, the Showcase, Alex Royal.
Let's make one thing extremely clear. When this microphone hits my mouth, you sit down, you shut yours, and you listen to what I have to say. With that being said, this is a special moment for every single one of you, and that includes you old bat. This is the moment you tell your children's children about. This is the moment you post on Facebook, you check in, you let people know exactly where you're at. Because this is the moment that the HGH comes back to the VIP. This is a special moment for every single one of you. You need to let everybody know what you're doing, where you're at, that you were here. You were all in at the moment you seen the Hometown Heroes champion. The Showcase, Alex Royal. And that's the part where you cheer for me. You see, no matter how much pandering you give me, it doesn't change the fact that you guys are all a pathetic excuse for a person in an even more pathetic town like Claremore, Oklahoma. And that brings me to my million-dollar question. Alex Royal, why isn't the Hometown Heroes Championship being defended on the VIP? It's because Tommy Dean doesn't deserve a shot at this championship. What has the guy done? And Stryker and I don't agree all the time, but we do agree on the fact that if he wants a shot at this championship, he has to beat me tonight, and that's a joke in itself. And if Tommy Dean pulls off the unthinkable and he beats me, he gets a date at the anniversary show with a shot at this prestigious Hometown Heroes Championship. And Tommy Dean, Alex Royal is here to tell you, you better make other arrangements in October because I will be there, and trust me, you will not be across the ring. Why? Because you're simply not on my level. Fitting. Go ahead, walk away, realize you're just a spoke on the wheel, you're the flavor of the month, and I'm glad to see you combed your hair and you look mighty nice because it's going to look good for all the pictures of you laying on the mat looking up at the lights of me with the championship gloating in my hand. Let's go, boys. We don't need this.
Well, ladies
The
and gentlemen,
showcase is here.
ladies and gentlemen, some very strong words there from our Hometown Heroes champion, Alex Royal. But whether he likes it or not, he will be facing Tommy Dean in the VIP portion, the main event of the VIP portion of our show later tonight. Non-title.
Oh, but more importantly, look who's coming out next.
Well,
are you ready to go straight street hood?
I try to keep myself under control.
Hold on. MGK ain't got nothing on mic check.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening VIP contest this evening is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, accompanied this evening by his manager, Big Stevie Aguilera. He hails from Claremore, Oklahoma. His mic check, Mix 2.
The one MC that nobody wants to see is Mike Check Maddox Jones.
Well, you might have said something that I completely agree with.
Hey,
nobody wants to see Mike Check Maddox Jones. Nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear his rhymes. Nobody wants to hear Big Stevie Caballero on the megaphone there. You're 100% right, Travis. I'm going to circle this day on my calendar. Travis Fowhart said something I completely agree with.
Oh, you know what? You need to just hush your mouth and stop drinking that haterade.
Well, it seemed like Maddox was sucking down a big chunk of it here. But here comes the opponent for Maddox Jones. And fans, this all dates back to last month.
And making his way to the ring now is his opponent. He hails from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. Is your anti-hero, the Canadian Red Devil.
It was last month that the Canadian Red Devil teamed with Los Combatientes Machos against Maddox Jones and Los Antagonistas in a big six-man tag team match. And while it was mostly Los Antagonistas doing the bulk of the work for their team, at the end of it, Maddox Jones blind tags himself in and takes the pin on the Canadian Red Devil and then celebrates as if, is that the Canadian Red Devil's, cousin over there? What's going on? Well, anyway.
Yeah, you never heard of his cousin?
Oh, I know a lot of his cousins. I know
that's
the Iranian.
Mexican Red Devil.
Oh, okay, I'm not aware of that one. I knew the French Canadian and the Iranian and the, I think there's an Irish one. But anyway.
There's a German one too.
I'm not familiar with him. Anyway, Maddox Jones celebrated last month as if he had, carried the entire match by himself. And so this one-on-one match was set up for this month to resolve the issue between the two of those. Let's see if Maddox Jones actually can get the job done without the support of any others, as referee George Knight checks the hair of the Canadian Red Devil.
Kind of one of the most irrelevant things to do.
Well, I mean, he is able to grow hair through that mask. It's pretty amazing.
Burn him.
He's never told me how he does that.
Burn him.
Well, if you see it right there.
Burn him. Stop being ridiculous. Stop sounding even more ridiculous than you look.
All right, bell rings. We are underway with this opening VIP match. Maddox Jones and CRD circling the ring. Referee George Knight going to officiate this opening match here.
And I would be flabbergasted as to say that Canadian Red Devil has the number of Mike Check Maddox Jones. Not after last month.
Oh, hang on. CRD needs to hydrate. Uh-oh.
Hey, you can't spill water out here.
Well, I mean, okay, he's a little excited, but...
A little excited? What do you mean? He threw the water on the mat.
Oh, and now he going for the single leg takedown. CRD immediately going to work on the leg of Maddox Jones.
He had a very unfair advantage.
How is this unfair?
He threw water right in the area as a distraction.
He put water over himself. I mean, water splashes places. You can't really help that.
God, you have more excuses than what I have.
So you admit that there are excuses that I'm marking this one down too.
Only
this
because
is a
you
great
say I
day
do.
for
You
Travis
say I have
Stallhart.
excuses. I have facts.
No, be careful, sir. Be very careful with that word.
Why?
That's my words.
That is not your word because you don't even apply them.
CRD putting Maddox Jones' leg over the bottom rope there. Looked like maybe he was going to go and stomp the ankle, but instead drags him back out into the middle of the ring. Perhaps going to time up, just going to drop down again, continuing to work over that knee and upper thigh level of the...
It's called the quadricep or hamstring there, Burnham.
Of the man known as Mike Check Maddox Jones, who quickly backs into the corner.
He's just now getting a break from that unfair advantage that
It's not an
CRD
unfair
gave.
advantage.
It was an unfair advantage.
If it was unfair, you'd think the referee would have
I
called
don't
for
know
a
why you
towel
keep
or
wanting to
something.
go around and around in a circle with me when you know I'm right. You should just admit it and leave it alone. You've done it twice already. Let's make it a hat trick, shall we?
CRD once again back to that left leg, and again continues to work over the left leg and knee.
What we call that, a devil's drop?
I guess we can. We might call that some thumbs in the eye as Maddox Jones quickly back to his feet now. Irish whip catapults the devil one corner to the other. Diving elbow from Maddox Jones.
Yes. See, did you hear what he told you?
I try to listen to very little that Maddox Jones says. Usually it doesn't make any sense to me because he uses all these words that
That you're not
I
good
don't
with?
speak,
I know.
yeah.
I understand that. It takes a cool person to understand him, and you certainly are not that.
George Knight down with the referee count, but only good for one. And Big Stevie Caballero protesting the count.
And right now we just see raining elbows on the back of the head of CRD. Now rolls him over for a quick cover. Still only a 2 count, says George Knight. I think George Knight needed to go just a little bit faster there. Yeah, see?
George Knight is...
Stevie was saying it too.
George Knight is absolutely the most competent referee that this state has ever seen.
I never doubted his skills. I just said that I gave him a little bit of advice. Maybe go just a bit faster.
Well, Jones is managing to keep pressing the advantage here. CRD with the headbutt into the midsection as Jones gets CRD back to his feet again. Irish whip corner to corner. Jones dives in again with that elbow. It was successful once and is successful again. And the WFC faithful,
The moronic WFC faithful.
attempting to come alive and support the Canadian Red Devil as he is hung upside down here in a tree of woe. And Maddox up to his own. Now, whoa. This is unfair.
How's that unfair?
You're standing on the man's,
But he didn't do anything. He just
Who
stood
didn't do
there.
anything?
He stood there.
That's enough.
No, it's
Have
not.
you ever had somebody stand there?
I have never had anybody stand
Well, then
there.
you don't know what it is that you're talking about.
What do you do in your spare time that I don't know about? Exactly. You got some secrets there, Burnham. Right now, Maddox Jones, though, has the number of the Canadian Red Devil.
The WFC faithful getting all over the case of Maddox Jones, calling him a crybaby.
I don't know why they call him a crybaby. He's winning right now.
Well, yeah, but that seems to be the case. As long as he's winning, he's fine. But anytime that he gets a little, because he's strung together. You and I both know he's strung together a very long run of wins for quite a while.
Yes.
Until he came across Muy Macho, and then he lost that match, and all of a sudden, oh, poor me, all these haters, all this stuff. Oh, chode buster!
Oh, that's illegal.
That's illegal, but standing on that area is not. Okay,
He didn't hit that area. He didn't hit it, did he? That was a blatant hit.
Maddox's
Don't sit there
own
and tell me
momentum
that.
carries him down there. If he had kept his legs closed, that never would have happened.
Well, a lot of things would have happened in that case. This generation would have fared off a lot better. So, but that's besides the point. All I know is that the CRD has taken 2 unfair advantages in this matchup, and Maddox Jones, though, he's gonna rally back on this one.
Well, one of these 2 men certainly looking to be in a position to rally back, and I think it's going to be the Canadian Red Devil. Devil back to his feet, calling Jones in. Oh, left hand, a couple of left hands after a duck. Ducks another one. Big elbow smash. Maddox Jones down. Devil looking to go up top.
Actually, it looks like he's going to the middle. That's not the top, Burnham.
And that was close.
That was not low.
That was close,
but it wasn't
referee
low.
didn't call it, so we'll assume that it's okay.
Now here
And
comes the
Maddox
mic
going
check.
for well, he missed that one. CRD, double leg sweep, and we're going to go for the sharpshooter. The sharpshooter about to be turned over and applied. Devil going to try to turn Maddox in. What's Stevie doing? Stevie needs to get out of the ring. CRD with the sharpshooter firmly applied.
Oh, I get it.
Well, CRD frustrated because Stevie Caballero wouldn't get off the ring apron.
Well, Caballero was looking after his people.
Caballero, from behind.
And it looks, CRD got hit with that mic check elbow. This can do it. And it does.
Your winner, Maddox Jones.
Yeah, your winner, Maddox Jones, but put an asterisk beside there.
No,
with
you
an
do not.
assist from Stevie Caballero.
You do not
in the
put
form of a distraction.
Stop trying to devalue his win here. Maddox Jones has picked up another victory over CRD. You cannot sit here and tell me that that was in vain. He won that. He earned that.
It'll go down as a win. You're right.
Exactly.
But he did not earn it clean. He did not earn it fair and square.
He did earn that fair and square. He competed in the match, didn't he? CRD had just as much of an opportunity to win that as Mike Check did.
CRD did not have somebody on the outside. You can even see Stevie Caballero right there pointing,
wait a
CRD
minute.
pointing to Stevie Caballero saying it's you.
So let me get this straight. You're actually saying that CRD has been a fine individual, has never taken a shortcut in his life either, like what he did when he did at the beginning of this matchup to toss water right in the direction of them.
You are just obsessed with that, aren't you?
No, I'm obsessed with your double standards.
Well,
You've been drinking that haterade.
Speaking of the haterade, Maddox Jones is making his way over here with the haterade.
Cut the music! You hold it right there. Just like last month, you couldn't beat me by yourself. You had to have help. Just like tonight, you couldn't beat me by yourself. You had to have help. You and me alone. Get back in here. Get in this ring. Let's settle this.
CRD
You
wants
can't beat me
more.
by yourself.
Well, he doesn't. No.
Get in here. I'm not leaving
don't
until
need
you
that.
get in
CRD
here.
wants more.
There's no reason
Come on,
to.
buddy.
Hold up. CRD,
Make it happen, Striker.
as much as you, I want to see this match happen too.
I won twice. It's over, Dad.
He did beat him
I want
twice.
to do you a favor. It's not going to happen right now. Our anniversary show is next month. It's a little bit of a big thing going to happen. So I tell you what, the VIP main event will be CRD versus Maddox Jones.
All right, rematch granted.
Okay.
I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit for you, Red Devil. Mr. Stevie, you will not be nowhere near the ring. You will be banned in that match.
Whoa!
I'll see you next month.
Stevie Caballero banned from ringside next month. It will be one-on-one.
Why?
Happy anniversary, Maddox Jones. It's gonna be you and me all alone
I don't know.
in that ring right here in 4 weeks.
No.
Yeah, buddy.
No, that's ridiculous.
Well, ridiculous or not, you can see the look of panic on Stevie Caballero's face.
Because Stevie didn't do anything. He never touched the devil. They're going to go protest this, and rightfully so.
Well, who are they going to protest to? Stryker? He just made the decision himself.
Well, we always know Stryker's drunk with power.
Don't
act like that's not
Fans
true.
Canadian Red Devil has asked for it. He has been granted it. Next month at our anniversary show, it will be CRD versus Maddox Jones one more time. This time truly one-on-one. No Stevie Caballero, no outside interference. We will finally figure out who the better man between the two of them actually is.
We've already done it twice. I don't understand why we got to do this a third time.
There's a lot of things you don't understand, Travis, about wrestling. That's okay. Just keep riding with me. And we'll
yeah,
get
like
through
how
a lot
you
of
have
stuff.
my job here.
Your job?
Yeah.
You sit right there. Never mind.
I am the lead in this, and yet they make me play second fiddle.
Well, fans, coming up later on today in the VIP match section, we're going to see that non-title match, Alex Royal versus Tommy Dean.
Mm-hmm.
If Tommy Dean wins, he gets a title match
Not happening.
for the Hometown Heroes Championship against
happening.
Alex Royal.
Not happening.
That's guaranteed. But coming up next, we've got a debut here in the ring for WFC, as we have a member of Space Age a new member of Space Age making his way here into WFC, and that is your resident superhero, Elijah Sparks. And he's got a tough challenge ahead of him.
Yes, indeed, because now I guess we're seeing a new Space Age member, but we're getting to
Ladies and
witness.
gentlemen, your next VIP contest this evening is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, accompanied this evening by Villain Security. Representing the Villains, he hails from the Villains headquarters. He is Reed!
Once Villain Security turned villain himself, we're witnessing now the in-ring debut of the newly minted villain in Reed tonight.
That's true. Reed last month, despite losing to Dexter Hardaway, was granted full villain capacity, full villain membership. He has been promoted up from the ranks of Villain Security, and he now is flanked himself by Villain Security members Berryman and new Villain Security member Storm, accompanying as well here. I guess the villains just recruit to fill these positions from anywhere. I don't know. They put these things out on like Craigslist or what? How do they get these people to come and join? I don't know.
Craigslist isn't even a thing anymore.
Well, I think that's a good place for them to recruit then from. And as I said, we're going to have a new member of Space Age making his debut momentarily here. A man who's
a new moron that thinks he's from a different unplanetary.
You haven't even seen the guy.
If he's calling himself from Space Age, you already know it's ridiculous. They claim to be from a planet that doesn't exist.
And making his way to the ring now is his opponent, representing the Space Age Heroes. He is accompanied this evening by Arrow Kid, making his WFC debut. He hails from the Hall of Justice. He is the resident superhero, Elijah Sparks.
Elijah Sparks, about to make his in-ring debut here in WFC. And he brings with him, of course, the ward of Space Age, I guess you could say, Arrow Kid. I know you don't like Arrow Kid. I know he's
I don't like any of these Space Age idiots.
Well, that makes one person. Oh, and Reed from behind. Reed blindsiding Elijah Sparks from behind. Referee Chad Snodgrass calling for the bell. And Reed just all over Elijah Sparks, not even letting him get out of the gate properly. Reed choking him out with the boot in the corner. And now, look at this. Villain Security member Berryman putting his little impetus in here too. You can't say that he didn't put his hands on Elijah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about anything other except for the fact that Elijah's just another one of these Space Age goofs that thinks he's from some planet called Puerto Rico, which I have never heard of in my life, and he calls himself a superhero.
He is a superhero.
He is not a superhero. Matter of fact, though,
he's wearing a mask.
He has a lot of mannerisms that actually they simulate a different hero of another sort.
Who also is a superhero, wasn't he?
That was a superhero.
Okay,
this
then.
little punk here is not even close.
Hey, well, I mean, that other person you're talking about, he trained other superheroes. Perhaps he had a hand in training Elijah Sparks as well.
He shut down that school from Gotham a long time ago.
Elijah Sparks now in control as he's got Reed in a side headlock. Reed to try to break it up, does so, turns it around into a hammerlock.
Now you got to feel like in this matchup here, Reed's got a lot to show. He just became the newly christened member of the Villains. He worked his way up. There's a lot of pressure on Reed here tonight.
I think the truth of the matter is that that is true for both men. Both of them have something to prove here. Obviously, you're right. Reed, having been newly christened and fully vested into the Villains, cannot afford to lose this match in his debut as a singles full-fledged Villain member. Elijah Sparks, making his WFC debut, does not want to lose upon that time in that circumstance either. So whoever comes out victorious here has accomplished a great deal as far as their brand and their perception goes.
Well, this is the ongoing war between Space Age and the Villains. I mean, we've already seen one war taking place between the leader of Space Age, Paul Puerto Rico, and the leader of the Villains, Tim Rockwell.
Of course, that war is going to culminate on October 13th at the anniversary show.
As if there's already a war to begin with, because let's face it, the battle of the memes has just continued to be a lopsided affair.
Look at Elijah Sparks go, putting together a bunch of good moves there, but still only able to hold Reed down for one.
So apparently they weren't that good if they couldn't win him the match, were they?
I've never said Reed wasn't tough. I never said he wasn't a fighter.
That you undermine the Villains at any chance and opportunity you
I
can.
say that they take advantage of the numbers opportunity. I say that they use that to their advantage.
If you're not first, you're last, Burnham. Now we see Reed going right back to work here.
I don't think Eric Kid's happy with you. I think
he
heard
heard
what you said, and I don't think he's happy with you.
I don't care what the little snot arrow kid
Wow,
thinks.
he is right there.
So, it's a hard fact of life. You better learn early, kid. And now Reed going back into the cover. Been working away on that arm of Elijah Sparks there.
Well, just like Reed wouldn't stay down, Elijah Sparks is going to keep fighting. That's what he does. Just like every single person here on the WFC roster, we keep fighting against children's cancer. We put these shows on to benefit all those kids that need that help. And Reed bending the arm of Elijah Sparks over that top rope. And now again, distracting the referee while Villain security member Storm comes from behind.
Oh, he was just trying to give him a little bit of encouragement, a little pat on the back.
A pat on the back.
It was a pat on the back.
On the back. Wow. Big chop across the chest of Elijah Sparks.
Echoing straight through the Claremore Community Center here.
And the big shoulder drives, knocking Sparks back into the corner now, positioning Sparks up on the second turnbuckle. Reed gonna go up here.
Oh, and just biting him. He's just biting at that face. Oh, what there is of it.
And back to it again. Sparks trying to fight back. He's able to knock Reed down. He's got to take advantage of this opportunity. Stands up off the second rope.
Oh, no, look at the power. Look at the power. Oh, backbreaker. Face plant combination by Reed. Very well executed.
But Reed was not able to follow up immediately with the pin.
You got to be impressed with Reed with
I'm
that.
impressed with that combination, but I noticed that Sparks has taken a lot out of Reed because Reed wasn't able to go for the pinfall. And he may have had the match right there if he could have done so. Now both men just going to slug it out in the middle here.
Yeah, it looks like Reed's got a little bit more oomph on his shots as opposed to Sparks, though.
Well, Reed is the larger individual, so there may be more power behind that. But Sparks absorbing all those blows, firing back in his own, takes Reed down. Sparks hooks the leg. 1, 2, and only 2. So close for the superhero. And now what's Berryman doing? Why? No!
Goal! That was right on target.
You are a despicable human being. You know that?
You know what else is despicable? Your face. Just like Elijah's is. Face down into the canvas. 1, 2, game over.
Your winner, Reed!
Oh, wait a minute.
And look who's arrived. It's the leader of the villains, the WFC heavyweight champion, Tim Rockwell, who's calling for the microphone.
Yeah, Tug better give him that mic. We see some words of encouragement from the WFC champion.
Let me set Shirley down. It's not just a crowbar. Have a little respect for her. You don't hear me just calling your wife your wife. She has a name, right? Right? How about your son? Is he just your son? No, he's Tommy Dean. Oh, Reed! I told you, to be a villain, you have to win. And you won. You won. He fought a space-age cadet. But see, I see potential in this space-age cadet. Stand him up. You see, I'm looking for new people to be in the villains. Build this stable bigger than it's ever been. And you know, every now and then you have a villain that's masked. A masked villain. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Beautiful!
Grapevine DDT!
Welcome to WFC, buddy.
No need for losers in the villains.
Tim Rockwell
is your WFC champion. You need to watch what you say.
I'm picking my words very carefully.
You should. He is your champion, and you will respect him as such.
I respect the belt. I don't necessarily respect the individual who holds it, especially when they do things like that.
He just put an exclamation point on the facts of life, which is that Elijah Sparks isn't good enough to be a villain.
Well,
he's barely even good enough to be in this ring.
Well, the truth of the matter maybe is that Elijah Sparks is better than all the villains. Elijah Sparks doesn't deserve to have to associate with the villains. Elijah Sparks, here come the Space Age heroes. Here comes Gemini. Here comes Paul Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, the rest of the moronic Space Age people. And the one that's going to lose to Tim Rockwell next month at the 7th anniversary show.
No, sir. Tim can't beat Paul.
No, you got that backwards.
No, I don't.
Paul can't beat Tim.
No, I don't. Not at all. All right, fans, coming up next, another representative of the villains, non-title versus Tommy Dean. If Tommy Dean wins, he gets an opportunity at the anniversary show for that Hometown Heroes Championship. And I see you chuckle over here, but the fact of the matter is Tommy Dean has shown more heart and determination than just about anybody else on the WFC roster. Tonight, he has an opportunity to prove himself if he can do it. And I will say if he can do it,
that is
he gets rewarded. Here we go. Tommy Dean on his way to the ring momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a non-title match and is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, he hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here's Tommy Dean.
Tommy Dean knows exactly what's on the line here. He is 100% focused on this match.
He can be 1,000% focused on this match, and it still won't do him any good. This is a video game moron that thinks that he can have a Cinderella story here tonight.
Tommy Dean certainly taking this very, very seriously.
It's the only thing you can do is take losing seriously.
It's true that Tommy Dean does not have the most overwhelming win-loss record, but you know what? Miracles happen. And maybe tonight will be the miracle for Tommy
The showcase is here.
The Titans went on to win a title. This isn't going to be one of those type of stories. There is a
Making his
villain.
way to the ring now is his opponent, representing the Villains. He is accompanied this evening by Villain Security. He hails from anywhere but here. He is your reigning WFC Hometown Heroes Champion, the Showcase, Alex Royal.
The Showcase has arrived. As always, flanked by Villain Security. And we saw how important they were in the last match with Reed. I can't help but feel that Tommy Dean is already at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he is at a disadvantage because he's a loser.
I meant the numbers disadvantage.
I know what
sir.
you meant. I'm just telling you like it is. The sooner you realize the facts of life, the easier this will be. Oh, he ain't even close. You're not allowed near the bell.
Well, apparently Villain Security member Berryman couldn't play basketball very well.
And you're
Or
one
football.
to talk. You're one to talk. That's what I thought.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the proving ground is on now in the ring as Tommy Dean and Alex Royal are going to tie it up here. Referee Jesse Beeler in charge as Dean forces Royal into the corner. Clean break. And another collar and elbow tie up, this time Royal forcing Dean back into the corner. Let's see if we get a clean break from this.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's return.
There you go.
All right. That's
Anything you can do, obviously, Showcase does way better. You know, I don't really understand why you're such in the corner of Tommy Dean as if he's anything
it's not so
special.
much I do think he has a tremendous amount of potential. He has come so close to having the breakout moment here in WFC, and as I said, he has shown repeatedly that he will continue to fight over and over. He has more heart and more determination than so many of the guys that I've seen come through that curtain.
Yeah, well,
He just needs that one opportunity.
Well, there's two things with that. For one, potential doesn't always get the job done, okay? You got to actually back up what you're saying, which we have yet to see Tommy Dean actually show that level of success. And two, he's a loser.
Well, at this moment, he's a very confident loser because he put the champion down on the mat and was able to out-wrestle him there.
Talk about how close he's been in the past. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Right now, he's close to just getting more of a beating from a villain. Off the ropes and a hard shoulder takedown.
Down goes Tommy Dean. Showcase feeling good about himself.
As he should. He's the showcase.
Went for the leapfrog, but
look at that.
Wow. See that's just disrespectful.
Whatever, that's called intelligence.
And Dean clotheslines Royal over the top.
Well, you see, Showcase meant to do that.
Why would he intend to go over the top?
Because he needs a break. Give him a break.
Well, he's not going to get one.
Oh, man. Well, there's other. Oh, and a nice bicycle kick. There's other security members where that came from.
Yeah. Okay, I'll write that one down too. As Berryman plays the part of the sacrificial dummy.
Well, there goes the cover. There.
And only good enough for two. We're down now to one active security member and one dead at our feet.
He's not dead. Clearly,
okay,
he's moving.
He's twitching. Meanwhile, Royal in control of the match. Grabbing Tommy Dean by the hair, going to drop him over the second rope, going to drape his leg over the top there, going to try to choke more life out of Tommy Dean.
He has a 5 count to work with, so referee needs to just kind of back up a little bit.
Well, the referee's doing that. And security member Storm with a quick uppercut from the outside.
What are you talking about?
Do you not see? No, you don't.
No, I didn't, because I saw Alex Royal. Something was wrong with his tape right there on his wrist. I was more concerned with the man's wrist. He could break it in that ring, you know.
Hard suplex, but only resulting in a count of 2.
Simple little back rake right there.
And Royal looking perhaps to measure for something, but Dean back to his knees and not giving Royal the opening and opportunity to do what he wanted to do. So instead, the back rake will suffice.
Oh, and listen to that.
I hear it.
Yeah, he's just letting people understand, especially Tommy Dean, who's got his family here today, as if he's something important, as if this is something big or spectacular. No, they're going to be able to console him after he loses in a pathetic fashion.
That's the thing about Tommy Dean's family is win or lose, they have supported him his entire career.
Oh.
They've always been here. Has your family shown up here for something, Travis?
I don't need them to show up. I do it on my own.
Christmas must be a lot of fun at your house, isn't
Absolutely. I get to spend it by myself just like I do every day. Why do I have to spend time around losers when I can just be around greatness in myself?
Well, there's no ego in Travis's family. He got it all. All right, Alex now, once again
confidence.
in control of Tommy Dean. And Alex Royal going to set him up here. Big chop across the chest. Going to set up maybe for another one here as he licks the palm. Oh, no, just a forearm. Almost European style. Wow. Look at him drive those forearms into Tommy Dean.
Yeah, this kid isn't on his level.
Well, he was able to reverse the Irish whip. Now going to charge in, but Royal elevates him over the top. Dean lands on his feet. Kick, but that didn't quite catch all that. That one caught, though, on the side of the head. And what's Dean looking for here? Springboard, but no. Royal
got caught.
And oh, man.
The DVD Death Valley driver right into the turnbuckles as he's pulling him. That's it. This is going to be all.
This well could be it, too. And no. I'm telling you, Tommy Dean will not quit.
Well, if he actually has any sense to himself, he should. Live to fight no other day.
Royal now positioning Dean again on that top rope.
Hey, he delivered a right hand so hard there it made his own fist hurt.
Royal trying to back up the referee. Meanwhile, Dean with a foot catches Royal, but Royal now going to tie up, maybe go for a buckle bomb.
Yes, he is.
Out. Oh, man, right down. But
what?
Dean recovers with a high knee, lays Royal out. Both men down now.
Come on, Showcase. This is, you know that the win, this kid doesn't deserve to win. Man, I can only imagine how the villains would feel if this no good rookie thinks he can step in with a showcase and then get a title shot next month.
You call him a rookie, but he's got approximately the same level of experience that Alex Royal has.
Really? Who's the more notable person?
He just hasn't been surrounded by people who lead him and help him win championships.
Because he's a loser. Villains are nothing but winners. If you're not first, you're last.
Oh, going for the spin wheel kick. Royal going for the super kick, gets blocked as well. High knee again to the side of the face. Dean firing up, big clothesline, puts down Royal. Leg lariat, takes down Royal again. Swing and a miss by Royal.
Oh, no, what?
Blow after blow to the head. Referee down. One, two, ow!
Oh. Villain security almost had to intervene there.
Doesn't much look like a loser now, does he?
Well, he definitely hasn't won anything yet, has he?
There's still time.
My point.
There's still time.
Yeah, more time to take a beating.
Dean looking to go to the top rope. We know he likes to fly.
Unnecessary chances.
Dean hard front splash.
See what I was talking about? Unnecessary chances.
Crashes across the knees. And there's the super kick.
Right
Down
on the
goes
butt.
Dean. And I think this is all she wrote.
Game,
valiant effort
set.
there. No. Still just two. And Villain security right up in the face of Jesse Beeler.
Well, yeah,
what's Alex Royal doing over there? What's Royal doing there?
What? What's he doing?
Royal digging in that bag. Has he got brass knucks?
What are you talking about, Berta?
I'm talking what's on his right hand.
There's nothing on his right hand.
There is two. Those are brass knucks on his right hand, but he misses with them. Royal down. Dean hooks the leg. 2, 3. He got it.
What?
Your winner, Tommy Dean!
Tommy Dean has done it! Tommy Dean has beaten the Hometown Heroes champion! in the middle of the ring.
I gotta rub my eyes. I think I'm seeing things here.
Tommy Dean has now earned an opportunity for the Hometown Heroes title. Despite the numbers advantage, despite the attempted use of the brass knucks, and Boyle about to have a tantrum like a baby.
He was not throwing a tantrum like a baby.
He was about to.
Well, what happened here, Showcase?
Oh, Striker has to come out and play a spoiler still.
I told you last month, I told Tommy Dean last month, and I told the world, if he pins you to that mat, he gets a title shot.
That's not even yours.
So again, let me say, next month, October 13th, anniversary show, it will be Tommy D going for your belt, Alex Royal. It is set. He deserves it. He is on your level. He gets a shot. Congratulations, Tommy Dean.
There you go, the words of Striker. He earned it, he deserves it, and he will get that opportunity come October 13th.
That's an opportunity that's not going to prove fruitful, though.
We'll have to wait till October 13th to make sure of that.
Still going to be your champion by the end of the evening on that night. Will be Alex Roy.
I don't know that you can prognosticate the future, Travis. Nonetheless, that match is set for our anniversary show October 13th, and that is our VIP show.